Okay, so we move from Transformers to, as I said, the other film was just that was just doing that. So, and we're going to go right back to the Spider Verse because this movie is just making money hand over fist, and it's probably going to end up with close to 350 million dollars when it's all done. So we'll see about those numbers. I'm not too sure about it, but nonetheless, and once again, this was a story that came from yesterday from Variety, and so now this is 13 days, not 12. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse surpasses film entire box office in just 12 days. After less than 2 weeks of release, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has surpassed the entire box office run of its predecessor, the 2018 Oscar winner Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Over the weekend, the sequel has hit 226 million dollars in North America, and it's now more since, and $490 million, $390 million globally, and now stands as the highest animated release in Sony Pictures history. The original film was also a box office winner that tapped out at $190 million. So the sequel has surpassed everything in the first 9 days, and the total global run in 12 days. Um, and despite competition from Rise of the Beast, which opened at $60 million, okay. So despite that, it's just making a lot of money, and it's already surpassed that. So I'm not going to get into all the things. Outside the United States, the top earner for Spider Verse was China at 34 million, the UK at 20 million, Mexico at 19, and Australia with 10. So this movie is just going to make a lot of money. Dad says, uh, was was it worse than Shazam 2? My favorite Transformer is Soundwave, which we got a proud representation in the movie. Actually, I like Soundwave myself. Um, so I remember, so Soundwave, if you remember, was actually all the way back in the Michael Bay version. That was all the way back in the 2007 version. So they had Megatron, they had Starscream, they had Soundwave, they had um, they had a couple others in there. So yeah, definitely. Was it worse than Shazam 2? I can't really attest to that because I didn't see Shazam 2. So I will say though that the plot was just crazy. I understood it, but there was no payoff for anything, and it was bad. It really, 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 really was bad. So I didn't enjoy it. But this movie is just the animation is crisp, it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's tender, and the ending throws you for a little bit of a loop. And I'm not going to give the ending away, so, but it definitely is going to do that. He was no, so Starscream was the um he was. Hmm, that's interesting because I know Starscream in the animated series was a plane, and then yeah, so or a or a car, right? Yeah, so Starscream was a plane. The um the boombox was Soundwave. DC needs to come back. Needs to come back to Flash. Probably going to do good. People not give it a chance at the box office because I don't think about that. I don't think it's because it's a Warner Brothers film, Kevin. I think it's something else. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff around it, and I think it's obviously the most anticipated film. I'm going to get to a couple stories here in a minute because it's fascinating about it. But this Spider Verse just continues to make money hand over fist, and I think so. I guess my question is, guys, what do you think about Into the Spider Verse, Across the Spider Verse, rather? I always get them mixed up. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Are you looking forward to Beyond the Spider Verse in 2024? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments, and I will get back to everyone.